Hey everybody, Shoebox Legends here. Thanks for joining me today for a special installment where we're going to share some lunch together and talk cards. So this is going to be a little bit different. I've got my patented lunch bag here with a grade school style lunch packed up. And we're just going to enjoy some food and some sports cards in this episode. So bear with me here as we get into something a little bit different, but I hope you'll enjoy it. So let's see what's for lunch here. Got starting off with something you probably don't see, or a type of unopened product that you probably don't see very often here on YouTube. That's a bologna sandwich, folks, and that is made the only way that you can properly make a bologna sandwich, in my mind, in my personal opinion, on white bread with mayonnaise and a little bit of black pepper. Delicious, just like I remember it from back in the day. So pardon me for talking with my mouth full here. Let's see what else I got in today's lunch. Hey, how about that? A Jim Lonborg card in my Jim Lonborg lunch bag. Can't beat that. Let me get a stand for this guy. Put him up in the background here, safely away from the bologna sandwich. That's pretty cool. Got that recently from my buddy David over at T&D Sports Cards. Nice of him to send that my way. Just turned out to be a pretty good lunch in the early going here. What do we have next? Here's a cool one. Let me get the tape off here. Got a Xander Bogaerts Stadium Club Sepia or Sepia parallel. Been thinking of Xander recently with the news that Boston signed Trevor Story to the club on a 6-year deal. Makes me wonder if they're any less likely now to renew Xander or restructure his contract when comes up for, or when he inevitably opts out, I should say, after the upcoming season with Scott Boras as his agent. He is headed straight for an opt-out. And hope Boston restructures and re-signs him. He's sort of become the face of the franchise in recent years, certainly since Mookie Betts took off. So that's a cool one to find in my lunch bag here. Next up, we got an Alex Ovechkin card. This is very fitting because he scored in the Capitals game on Sunday. And I've pledged to show a new Ovechkin card every time he scores here on the channel. So pretty nice lunch in the early going here, and it looks like we have a few cards in here. I'm going to shake these loose, but this is actually a clear-cut parallel, which is something I've talked about on the channel quite a few times, but this came in a lot. Also got this Dmitry Orlov, Bobby Ryan, Tyler Pitlick, Brendan Smith, and Josh Bailey. So some nice clear-cut parallels there, and that Ovi will work as my next card and my pledge to show a new Ovechkin card every time he lights the lamp this year. And next up, sweet, we got a Grape Aid Snapple here. That is perfect. Need something refreshing to wash down that bologna sandwich. Was a big Snapple fan back in the day. Perfect. Quench my thirst and refresh my voice for the second part of this lunch. So far so good here. This bologna sandwich is just calling to me. Good stuff there. Let's see what else I got packed today. We got a basketball card. That's a rarity. Henry Finkel here on the 69-70 release. This was a Com-C pickup that I've never shown off before. I just think tall boy cards are really neat. And especially for basketball, they're just really, really fitting in a sport played by tall individuals. And Henry Finkel certainly seems to be just that. Living here in New England, I'm kind of somewhat of a Celtics fan, I guess. I'm not a big basketball player, but if I had to pick a team, the Celtics would be the team. So I thought this was a cool one to pick up from the 60s. Not a lot of basketball cards were produced in the 60s. And yeah, Henry Finkel stood at 7 feet tall. So, I mean, if you're going to get a tall boy card, a 7-foot tall subject seems pretty appropriate. Let's see what else we got in the bag here. Oh, nice. We got a football card, too. So we're really getting into all kinds of sports here today. This was a cheap eBay pickup here that I've been waiting to show. I probably got this 2 or 3 years ago. It was 99 cents, but I love Select. I love the shine. And this shot of Tariq Hill like back flipping into the end zone or in celebration is just amazing. So really don't know much about this one, but when I saw it for $1 with free shipping, I was like basically helpless. And that one's going to look nice in the football card Z folio. So that's good stuff there. Nice Tyreek. All right, continuing on here. Staple of every childhood lunch. We got some fruit snacks here. These are Annie's Organic. My wife must have bought these. I'd probably want to get Shark Bites or something like that, but you know, fruit snacks are fruit snacks. Can't really go wrong with those. There's another unopened pack for you. Delicious. Next up, not quite as delicious, but still a nice card. This is a 2015 Stadium Club Bryce Harper. And the reason this one is in the collection, I picked it up off Sport Lots recently because I am very, very close to completing the entire 2015 Stadium Club release. I've really been focusing on Stadium Club quite a bit, if you've tuned into the channel recently. So decided to take a look at what sets I was close to and found that I was just a couple dozen cards away from the 2015 release and found this Bryce on Sport Lots for like 40 cents. So picked that one up, a nice set need there. What else do we have here? Got a, cool, a Slim Jim. So that's awesome. Gotta have a meat stick in your lunch, I guess. Good stuff. For those of you that are vegetarians or animal rights people, don't worry. That is I make sure that all the Slim Jims I buy are organic, free-range Slim Jims. So they led a very good life prior to being processed for lunch. Getting towards the end here. This bag's getting pretty light. Here's a vintage baseball card. Nice 1950 Bowman. I've spoken about the early 50s Bowman releases recently. In case you're curious, that number 46 is not written on the card itself. That's just the card saver. This is a New York Giants card featuring Clint Hartung. So that's pretty good. Can't beat a 50s Bowman set need. And then looks like we're really down to the end here. We got, nice. Set that I'm a big fan of. We already covered baseball, football, and basketball, so why not get some hockey in here as well? Here's a beautiful matching red, team color matching Carey Price out of the lone standalone Panini Prism hockey set. Talked about this in just the last video, actually, right before this one. Got a nice Prism Tuukka Rask from David at T&D Sports Cards, which also came along with that Jim Lonborg auto that we checked out at the beginning of the meal. And I think that's it. I got, of course, my napkin. Man, good luck on your test. Love, Mom. My card friends are going to see this, Mom. That's embarrassing. I'm going to just make that disappear. And that's a wrap. That's my lunch. And in case you're wondering where I got this awesome Jim Lonborg lunch bag, this actually came from my buddy Brian over at Walk and Balk, but originally from RJ, who we know from RJ Collect Sets. And why would RJ have a Jim Lonborg lunch bag to send out? I think the reason is on the other side, that's right, we have Michael Jack Schmidt, the guy who RJ obviously, super collects. So this is part of a sort of pay it forward ongoing challenge here in the YouTube card community. So RJ picked up an entire stack or bag of these lunch bags. I think 38 of these came in this bag. They are superstar lunch bags. Having a hard time fitting that on the camera, but you get the idea. And RJ came up with a really cool concept. So here's a letter explaining it. But essentially it says, "Hello, Shoebox Legends. Because you are a great friend in the card community, you've been selected to take part in the Lunch Bag Challenge begun by RJ Collects Sets." You can check out his video back on February 18th. I've had this in my possession for a week or two, so sorry for slowing things up, everyone. RJ has sent out a group of 38 Safe Lawn lunch bags from the mid-'70s, each one featuring a picture of Mike Schmidt on one side and Jim Lonborg on the reverse. Every person who receives this package should keep one bag for their own collection, which is the one I showed today, and send out the remaining bags to another friend in the card community. RJ has prepared this form letter to make it easy for you to send the package on to another great collector, so you won't have to write your own letter of explanation, unless of course you want to. All you have to do is fill out the top line with the name of the person to whom you are sending the package. There are enough form letters included so that everyone can use one and send on to the rest. Also, fill in the next spot of the master list so that everyone will know who has already received the package, and there won't be any chance of sending the package to the same person twice. It would be great if you could make and post a video on this experience so that you can share with everyone. Thank you for participating. And here is the master list that RJ referred to. So this obviously started with RJ's own video. From there, it went to my buddy Brian at Walkenbach, who sent it to me here at Shoebox Legends. So if you would like to be the next recipient and the next member in the lunch bag challenge, please just leave a comment below and let me know that you'd like to be up next, and I will send you the remaining now, I guess, 35 lunch bags and the form letters, and we can get on with it. So appreciate you checking this out. I know this was something a little different, but it was nice to enjoy some cards over lunch. I hope you enjoyed this. And again, if you want to be the recipient of the bags, just let me know. So thank you, RJ, for kicking off this really cool idea. And thank you, Brian, for thinking of me as a recipient when you receive the package. So really, really fun. And it'll be definitely enjoyable in the coming months, or maybe even year if everybody takes as long as I did to see these lunch bags kind of make the rounds. So had a lot of fun doing this. Appreciate it, gents. And to everybody else, I'll certainly be back in the very near future with some more sports card content. Until then, take care.